Hey Gemini, welcome to your February 2025 monthly reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well here. You did pull the Five of Cups here, the first card that came out, but it is in the position of the good stuff. So I definitely see that you have been going through some emotional turbulence, emotional challenges, struggle, sadness. One thing I see here that's a good thing that's happening is you're starting to be able to let go of these things here. I think before you're very hyper fixated on it, but I think through really feeling what you were going through and processing those feelings, you're starting to find more positivity. You're actually being able to let go of, what has happened or what the struggle has been here for you. Yeah. This is your time, Gemini. The last reading that I got for you was actually, I think the title was, this is your chance to turn everything around. And I think Jupiter coming direct in your sign is a big deal for you, because this is going to bring back positivity. Jupiter is a planet that deals with positivity, trust, faith, optimism, growth, expansion. And I think this is going to really help you find that optimism again, because the Five of Cups, especially with Jupiter being retrograde, and then the dyadic, or the dyad relationship between Jupiter and Neptune, or Neptune is right now in the North Node in Pisces, to where those two have a symbolic relationship together. And so Jupiter helps us learn and grow when it comes to like our own personal life, our social life, in the social sphere. And Neptune acts as the catalyst for more of like a universal understanding of things, right? That helps us kind of transcend the personal and the social, and helps us all connect to the universal ideal of something. And I think you've been cut off from that universal ideal, right? And Pisces also deals with selflessness, compassion, surrender, the ability to let go, dissolve the past, dissolve emotional challenges. And so with with Jupiter now coming direct, it's like now you can really start to really understand things and see different perspectives here that you were probably once blind to, that were causing you turmoil. You do have the Seven of Swords here for the, Seven of Swords is your overall energy here. I think you're getting really creative. I think you're really tapping into that mercurial Gemini energy here, to where you're kind of done like waiting. You're now really focused on solutions. Yeah, I see you reclaiming your throne here in Gemini. Your power, getting your power back. Things that have had power over you no longer do. So let's see here. Little by little, that's what I'm seeing here. You pulled this Pluto card. It says rebirth here. Yep, things have been intense on Gemini. Things are becoming intense. Pluto also deals with transformation, rebirth. It's also a powerful planet that deals with initiation, to where you finally understand your place in the cosmic scheme of things, and you can relate to things in a very meaningful way, and you understand the universal significance of things and your purpose and your direction. And then it acts as the catalyst. It's your initiation, right, for your journey, right? Now you know what to do. And I think that's something here that's going on a very deep level, because Pluto does deal with the subconscious, unconscious. Also, you can say the collective unconscious as well. I would be aware of collective unconscious energy. Don't get pulled into things here that are not good for you. Big week though. We have Mercury square Uranus, Sun square Uranus, full moon fully peaking in Leo, Mercury entering Pisces. The Sun is finishing in Aquarius this week and will come into Pisces next week. So talk about that's the squares to Uranus, shakeups, unpredictable things, having to really strategize and think outside the box, and having to improvise, adapt, and overcome, and dealing with the unexpected. But also there is this energy of really like a craving that the Uranus squares can bring to really shake things up, to break out of the conventional ways of doing things. And I think that's exactly what you're doing this week. The Seven of Swords is your overall energy, and this is when you're really ready to do something, it's about being eclectic, open-minded, figuring out how you can do things in different ways. So it deals with strategies and tactics. It deals with, having to kind of go the unconventional way with things. You have trust what you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished here. Yeah, and I think you may be feeling alone here, almost as if nobody understands you or nobody gets it. Could even be not trusting the future. And that totally makes sense. When you have Pluto with the Five of Cups, when you've gone through something that's been difficult or challenging for a while, it changes your perception to where you start seeing negative and being and all you see is negative, and all you fear is the negative, and all you fear is the negative. So, but I think those spirits really want you to trust the process here and move forward bravely, because I think the things that you want are really on the other side here. You pull the spiritual evolution, set your heart free. And that would be that Five of Cups that I pinpointed earlier, to where there's a whole new future that is opening up here for you. But it really is just the attachment to the past, right? Could be past relationship, anything, or just I don't know. Maybe it's maybe feeling shameful about something. But I think it is time to set your heart free here, Gemini. And I think it's really time for you to, people may not get it. They may not understand you. But as long as you know that you're walking in your truth, well, that's all God wants you to do. Like I said, you have the Five of Cups here in the position of the good stuff. So I think this is you being able to dissolve the emotional attachments to things that have been keeping you stuck, and being able to overcome the emotional challenges and hurdles here, and being able to set your heart free, so that way you can spiritually grow and evolve here. You have the Seven of Swords for the overall energy. This week will be an overall energy of you really having to come up with new strategies and tactics. I think you're going to have to really get creative this week, improvise and adapt. That Mercury square Uranus is probably going to shake things up when we enter into this week on the 10th. And Sun square Uranus the next day. So this is about having to work. The conventional ways of things will be, forget about it. You're going to have to become eclectic. You have the Magician here in the position of your hopes and your fears. And the Magician strongly talks about solutions. When you start to use your intelligence, right, Mercury, you start to use your intellect to figure things out, right? Using your skills, talents, abilities, right? Starting to get concentrated and focusing your will, right? Wow. You're drawing on Pluto energy. Like, you're drawing on this life, this powerful life force energy, this regenerative energy. I'm gonna go way out there for a second. I feel like I see you in the astral realm, Gemini, to where you're like literally pulling Plutonian energy, like this wielding power, like really connecting to the force. It's like Star Wars. I mean, I think you're a force to be reckoned with. I think we all should realize that we all are a force to be reckoned with. Because we all draw from the same source. So if one person's a huge force, you can be just as big as a force. Right? Somebody's really successful, or somebody really has maybe the type of, I don't know, influence or success, whatever that you want. So you can definitely have that too. Right? What has been done by one can be had by all. You have the 4 Wands here in your current energy at this time. Well, I think you're celebrating some things here. There's good positive things around you that are happening. 4 Wands is Venus and Aries. Venus just came into Aries, so Venus is in your 11th house, Gemini, in Aries. And the 11th house is about enjoyment. It's about going out, having fun, linking up with people. It's about, maybe going to like entertainment things, being able to spend money, go to events, participate in things that are fun, exciting, joyful. So I do see things happening like that this week, and possibly going on right now leading up into the week if you're watching this before the actual week. You have the Empress here in your challenge, and then you have the Chariot as your advice here. Yeah, the Empress waits. Well, I won't say she doesn't wait, but the Empress deals with receiving. It's Venus. Venus is receptive, right? Mars is active, and the Chariot is very much Mars. So I feel here that you've already planted the seed. You already know what you want. The Chariot is like having to really now just lock your willpower into it, like use your willpower and take control of your destiny, right? And steer the Chariot where you want to go. You do have the 3 of Swords here in the future position. I don't get that this is heartbreak in the future, or this is sorrow in the future. This is already something that you're going through, but what I feel from that 5 of Cups being in the position of the good stuff is that the 3 of Swords is symbolic of being the change that you want to see in the world. It's specifically if you've gone through an experience to where you've gone through an experience that was extremely important, right? To where it taught you a lot of things. And now it acts as a component or a gift to help others that are dealing with the same thing, because you're healing, right? So you're something here that you're healing, that you're flipping into a strength will actually be, it's going to help you here, whether it's with connecting to others, or it's going to give you just some type of clear understanding and mission statement for your life or for something, right? So you can actually be a force of change in the world. Does that make sense? You have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is why I'm saying that, because it is in the position of the outcome. And the King of Wands is about reclaiming your throne or claiming the throne. It's about your vision. You're a visionary. King of Wands is the visionary, blazing your own trail. Being a leader, being an authority, being a guide, a mentor, a teacher. You can say King of Wands is also symbolic of reclaiming your power and your authority and not being swayed and rocked, but finding your center. You have the 5 of Pentacles here in the position of something that you're unaware of, that you need to be aware of. One thing, I'll back up real quick. You're gonna have, I feel like there's certain, this is a prediction, corrections. I think entering into the week, you may have to correct certain things. 7 of Swords, the Empress here. You may have to, I don't know, you're gonna have to maybe experiment here to kind of mess around with something here to fix something or to make something better. But I don't get it being that big of an issue. You have the 5 of Pentacles. It could be a little bit frustrating, but Yeah. You have the Five of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. I would be aware to not fall into the victim mindset with the Five of Pentacles. And I just said this in Taurus's reading. So if you have Taurus, I would watch the Taurus read. But the one thing about the Five of Pentacles is nobody knows whether or not they're walking out or they're walking away from something that just isn't good for them anymore and they need to move on from it, or that they're refusing what's actually good for them, right? And they're choosing to, slip into the victim mindset. So I would just be aware of that, right? Like if help and support comes your way, take the help and the support. If resources come your way, I would take the resources, right? And if you have it within your power and your capability here to turn your situation around, you could definitely do it, right? Because that disempowerment with the Five of Cups, Three of Swords, King of Wands could feel like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not going to be able to do it, so why try? But also too, if you are genuinely letting go of just something that just doesn't serve you for your highest good anymore, right? It worked before, but now you're just like, you're realizing like maybe I have to kind of go or do something unconventional here. Then, follow your intuition on that. And you may struggle for a little bit, or it may be a struggle for a little bit, but it's only temporary. All right, let's clarify your read. Clarify the Five of Cups here in your current energy. You have the Nine of Wands. I would be aware of gossip as well. I think this full moon in Leo, the sun being in Aquarius, can bring up gossip, drama. I would avoid that shit. You have the Nine of Wands here. You know how chatty y'all can be, Gemini, I'm just saying. Because it may come back to bite you in the ass with that Three of Swords. That's why I'm saying that. You have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, the Nine of Wands clarifying the Five of Cups. Yeah, I think your faith is being tested. Your faith has been tested. Your will has been tested. It's been hard to be positive, but I think that's what's shifting because it is in the position of the good stuff. So I think there's a turnaround here, or somewhat of your ability to be able to let go, right, and trust. Clarify the Seven of Swords for the overall energy. You pulled it again, the Seven of Swords. You have it here twice. So yeah, I would just be aware of, back to what I just said, I would stay away from gossip. I would stay away from drama. I would stay away from erratic energy. Seven of Swords, though, your strategies and tactics that you'll implement, I feel, this week, right? Because you're getting creative and you're getting very eclectic. Some of these things are really going to stick, and I think they're really going to help. Clarify the Magician. You have the Temperance here. The Temperance is in the position of where you're hoping for. Yeah, the Temperance is the balancing out of extremes, bringing in harmony, right? And being able to integrate new things into your reality that bring more beauty, bring more pleasure, more joy. And that's what I think you're trying to manifest here. And I always say this, the Magician and the Temperance is the exalted magician. So manifestation, like you're hoping to manifest your, like, more harmony, more beauty. Clarify the Four of Wands in your current energy. You have the King of Pentacles. I see career success, career developments that are positive feedback, celebrations here, things that you could probably just be celebrating, like, just being happy about something. Clarify the Empress in your challenge. You pulled the Knight of Cups here. Clarify the Three of Swords in the future. You pulled the Devil here. clarify the Chariot real quick. You pull the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, you have the dream, you have the ideal, you know exactly what you want to create. And you're very creative. But I think for you, it's more so the advice, the Chariot, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about perseverance, it's about doing the practical things, laying it brick by brick by brick, right? The attention to detail, right? And that's what creates momentum. And it's hard to stay disciplined sometimes. It's fucking hard. And I sense here with the Three of Swords and the Devil card being here in the future, this would be, the Devil card is Capricorn, and Capricorn does deal with discipline, and the Devil card deals with discipline. And so that Three of Swords could be, I think you can easily navigate this here, Gemini. I would stay disciplined and stay persistent with what you're doing, what you're trying to create, the things that you're experimenting with, the things that you're trying to develop. Because as soon as you stop, or you slack off, or you get detracted here, I think you're going to be met with a lot of disappointment, because you're like, man, fuck, I should have just, why do I always do this, right? That's how it usually goes, right? Even me, I'm like, fuck. If I could just be more, I hate that I can't be disciplined. Because it is like a muscle that you have to build, but I sense it's well within your capability here to do it. But I think too, this would be you making a sacrifice here to cut out something extremely toxic in your life too. But I would be aware of just toxic energy in general. I would be, Seven of Swords, be aware of who you share information with. 1. Specifically sensitive information, because it will, shit spreads, right? Fucking information spreads. So just be aware, right? If you don't want people knowing your business, Seven of Swords says it's okay for everybody not to know your business. That's literally what Seven of Swords is. It's okay for everybody to not know your business. Especially if other people are going to work against you whenever they, or they could act as detractors or act as a resistant force to things that you're trying to change in your life. So, I would be aware of that. So that way you can avoid this Three of Swords, the Devil card energy of your trust being broken. Either way, you have the King of Wands here in the outcomes. Let's see, clarify the King of Wands. You have the Six of Cups, which will be healing and restoring things back to its simplicity. Also, the Six of Cups is the gift of transformation. So finally being able to feel positive, feel like things are restoring itself, and you feeling comfortable again. Also, you could be getting guidance and assistance from a person here this week who could really be either lifting your spirits here, Gemini, or helping you here, like, get to the next level. They change your mindset, or they change your, they improve like your ability here. You have the Nine of Cups on the Five of Pentacles in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, I think, I wouldn't stress so much about the things that you don't have. I'm going to be real, Gemini, this is what this is saying. Start looking at the things that you do have. Nine of Cups is all about appreciation and gratitude. And when you're in that frequency, you will gain and attract more of those things. But if you're in the Five of Pentacles of like, man, I don't have shit, and fucking, my life sucks, then it's like you're constantly going to get that reflected back in your reality. And I've been saying this for everybody, with the North Node being in Pisces with Neptune, your perception is everything that is generating everything that's going on in your reality. So if you're going to invest into your energy into something, you might as well just put it on the positive, because that's what you will see more of. So that's what I got for you, Gemini. I appreciate you. I'm wishing you the best. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And yeah, any questions you have, if you want to book a reading with me, if you're struggling, if you need insights, if you need confirmation, or you just kind of want a reading to see what's up, you can book that with me down below. But otherwise than that, I'm wishing you the best, and I will see you later.